What's up? I'm DJ Fafa Khan. I'm here with The Island. They're going to interview me and ask me a few questions. So I'm born and raised Montreal, Hala, and I rep it all the time. My background is Pakistani, Japanese, and Finnish. Wow. So my mom is full Pakistani and my dad's half Japanese, half Finnish. So that's one of the questions that I get asked the most is like, what am I? I consider myself almost like every race at this point. And yeah, I grew up in Montreal. I DJ at all the main clubs in the city, and I do graphic design during the day, and I also started off before DJing as an artist. So I did paintings. I was a hip-hop dancer for 5 years. So that's where like my musical kind of intelligence came from. Yeah, it started off as that for sure. I've been DJing for about 9 years, I would say. I started when I was 18. Wow. And I started off at like just my friend's restaurant, playing off like an iPod, and everyone came. It was crazy. So then clubs started calling me. I started going there. I approached Buena directly and just asked straight up like, yo, I'm a DJ. Can I start opening up here? Can I start doing dinners here? You have to start small, talk to the right people, talk to the DJs, respect the OGs, and then work your way up. My aspirations as a DJ is definitely to rep Montreal, but to also make it outside of Montreal. I want to be international. I want to be known among the DJ community, but I also want to rep females really well. The female DJ industry is very concentrated sometimes on only house female DJs, and I really want to bring the hip hop into it and rep it really well, because we're not as known in terms of the hip hop DJ female scene. So that's a lot of responsibility that I am willing to take on and do it properly. I want the females to know like you don't have to show your body or like whatever to get to a certain place, or like you can still like you don't necessarily have to have like only sex appeal to get to where you want to be. Like no, you just work hard, like learn from these guys and like own yourself, and then like work your way up from there. You gotta, honestly, in the club scene, it's very different from event DJs. Event DJs just come in and out and like it's hype for like an hour and then you leave. Club DJing it, you have to warm up. You have to, warm up to the girls, have the girls dancing first. First and foremost, the girls have to be dancing. If the girls aren't dancing, they will leave and your guys will leave, and then your club will have no bottle sales. So you have to have sales is important for the club, but for that to happen, you have to please the girls at first, and then you could go into the harder hood stuff and go trap and whatever you want. You just gotta please some of the girls at first. So that's like my technique, is to just warm up, have some reggae, have some dance hall, have some R&B, then go like climb your way up into like the more like hype, like bottle stuff. I think as a Montreal DJ, we have to put local artists on the map, and I think it has to start in your city. So that's where like the hype should come from. And just like Kate Trinata, he started here, and all the DJs were really playing his tracks in the club before anyone knew him, and now he blew up and like is doing really good. So we have to support each other, and like as much as it's a competitive industry, I just find like if you fuck with the right people and you surround yourself with the positive ones, you shouldn't have to like, you should always support each other and like always play local music. I try and play as much local stuff as possible, and like I know a lot of these guys, so I will always try and slip it in my sets, record it, send it to them, like make sure it's out there, because it has to start from somewhere, and like Montreal shouldn't be left behind in terms of the music industry, because we're very good, but when you're not put on the map, like I find our artists kind of fall behind, whereas like other cities, they'll do really well, and like I think Montreal's gonna get there, but it starts with people in the music industry to push them to get there. Like as much as the artist can push his album and song or whatever, like you have to have other people to bring you to that point. You know, Drake made it because he brought his team up, not because he brought himself as a selfish person up. Like if you feed your team and you feed your people and everyone gets paid, everyone comes up successful with you. Like that's the best mentality you could have. CJ Flemings is my boy. February Cole is my boy. I mean, Dirtwork just dropped a new album. He's a producer here. It's a really good album, really good beats. And CJ's also on there. Troy, he's really good. Yeah, all these guys I'm kind of like listening to now, putting in my sets. So it's just something like, as a DJ, we have to do. We shouldn't. You have a responsibility, I find, in certain things, and like that's definitely one of them. Art?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a. I mean, honestly, I believe that I was born with it.
Okay.
Because as soon as I could pick up a pen and a piece of paper, I could draw. So that to me is like it's already in me, and I find it's in people. Like you either have it or you don't. You can't really teach it. Like you can't really teach someone how to be cool or how to have like a certain style or whatever. So to me, art is just the only thing I'm good at. I was never good at science and math and like business or whatever. Like I was only good at art. So to me, it's my life, but it's not everyone's life. Like not a lot of people think that way. And that's why they say like artistic people think with their left side of the brain. And I am fully that side. I am not the other side at all. Yeah, so that to me is just a different way of thinking.
Yeah.
That's what art is to me.